Thank you for joining Jennifer Schaus and Associates on our 2019 Webinar Wednesday series. We are coming to you live from downtown Washington, D.C. Our webinars are held every Wednesday, and you can find the upcoming schedule on our website. Past webinars and all recordings are on our website and on our YouTube channel, along with over 160 other recordings on federal contracting topics. All are complimentary. If you have questions for our speaker today, you can email her directly with the contact information you will see on the last slide. All right, just a little bit about us. We are a Washington, D.C. based firm and provide services for federal contractors. This ranges from market analysis reports to proposal writing and also post-award compliance. More information is on our website, so please visit us. These are a few upcoming events that you can find more information here or also on our website. And we are now offering advertising in our newsletter or webinars, and you can contact me with the email you see on your screen for more information. And our webinar today is sponsored by AccuTrack, and here's a short message from them.
AccuTrack Consulting and Accounting Services is an 8A WOSB CPA firm committed to supporting entities sustain growth in government contracting. Our outstanding DCAA accounting solutions reduce audit risk, improve cash flows, and give you peace of mind. Contact us today to learn how we can enhance your DCAA accounting efforts.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today our speaker is Heather Newland from Newport LLC, and we are going to be covering growth via change orders. So thank you for joining us today, Heather, and I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you.
Great. Thank you, Mallory. Appreciate you inviting me to speak today. I am thrilled to be able to share this content with your audience and look forward to the questions that will come afterwards. I've spent my nearly 25 years of government contracting and technology career mostly at the large systems integrator. As a general manager, I oversaw portfolios of up to $175 million in annual sales and led teams across the intelligence, defense, and FedCiv markets. Currently, I serve as the Government Contracting Practice Chair for Newport, where I focus on working with small and middle market business owners to accelerate growth, fix operational issues, and prepare for sale. Frequently, this also means preparing for small business graduation, growing via acquisition, and establishing advisory boards. Today, I'll be speaking with you on how to grow your revenue through change orders. Next slide, please. All businesses need to be focused on growth, and organic growth from your existing contracts via change orders can be an easy way to achieve greater than 20% annual growth if you implement an easy-to-follow, repeatable process and hold the team accountable for achieving clear targets. This webinar outlines a process used by me to achieve this type of revenue growth across multiple businesses. GovCon businesses should be working to grow all of their contracts via change orders. In today's contract environment of lowest cost, technically acceptable work, or even best value, where best value means lowest cost, change orders are a strategic part of the bid process. However, there is often a disconnect between the business development team and program manager on the change order strategy. Being successful with change orders requires discipline with respect to scope management and proposal assumptions. All changes to scope, including requests to take on additional tasks, changes to the schedule, or requests to altering staffing requirements, should be clearly communicated and documented with the contracts officer. These changes can result in equitable adjustments and/or negotiating the contract to the mutual benefit of the customer and contractor. It is important to be consistently mindful of what was not bid to meet the minimal requirements of the contract and win the award. Leveraging scope creep and changes in assumptions is an excellent first step in change order management and important to maintaining profitability on an LPTA win. Today's discussion will emphasize the changes in scope outside the bid process. These are opportunities your team identifies as a result of being mission-focused and aligned with your customer to deliver more. However, I would encourage proposal teams to provide their program managers with a list of strategic change requests that they're recommending upon contract award. These can be the initial change requests monitored and worked through the process to be presented. You know change orders need to be an important part of your business's revenue and growth plan. Let's give you the tools to implement a tailored process to your business rhythm and achieve these measurable results. Next slide, please. While all businesses need to be focused on growth, organizations are primarily known to concentrate on the next big contract or pursue an acquisition. What frequently doesn't get the attention required are change orders, otherwise known as ECPs. When business leaders talk about change orders, they frequently do as if they are a given, but rarely establish a methodical process and hold the team accountable for delivering the expected results. This webinar will provide an action plan you can use to increase your change order revenue based upon my proven practices. I'll explain how my businesses have consistently achieved greater than 20% growth through change orders. While this forum focuses on government contracting, the general principles apply to any business. Note, change orders or ECPs refer to contract modifications made to the contract when new scope is added or other change requests are made while the principles note change orders or the ECPs refer to contract modifications to contract include new scope is added or other changes to contract occur, including changes in the schedule, deliverables, and assumptions made. Next slide, please. Note, change orders are not simply about increasing revenue. They are a signal of your customers' reliance and trust. When customers are willing to expand your contract, they are demonstrating their confidence in your ability to deliver. In addition, change orders are an excellent opportunity to demonstrate your understanding and support of the customer's mission and showcase your company as a dependable partner. Change order growth can be a metric of customer satisfaction and mission alignment. Finally, change orders provide program managers and project leads the professional development required to move into more senior profit and loss roles. Change orders are the training ground for forming customer relationships, writing and delivering proposals, meeting the customer needs. These are important skills program managers need to advance their careers. Next slide, please. We will now discuss the specifics of each of these steps. Here are the 6 critical steps to developing a culture where change orders generate significant revenue. First, create revenue targets and hold the team accountable. Second, establish and communicate a repeatable process. Third, generate easy-to-use templates. Next, get every member of your team involved. After this, prioritize the ideas based upon revenue potential. And finally, celebrate small victories throughout the process. Next slide, please. We'll discuss the specifics of each of these steps and provide lessons learned from my experience implementing the strategy in multiple businesses. First, a specific annual plan for change orders must be established by the business leader and flow down to each program manager and technical lead. Note, change orders are the responsibilities of the direct charge team, not business development. However, you will need to provide an indirect charge code at some point. Setting a stretch goal of 20% of annual revenue works well. It's ambitious but achievable. The goal needs to be communicated at all levels of the organization because optimal success occurs when each member of the team feels ownership of reaching the goals and participates in its accomplishment. This process provides effective professional development opportunities for high potentials as it's part-time and supplements rather than interferes with their primary responsibilities. Next slide, please. Step 2, establish a formal change order process centered on the creation of white papers. This process has 4 phases. First, ideation. Second, white paper generation. Next, customer briefings. And finally, contract award. You'll need to document the process. Simple briefing slides outlining the steps and roles and responsibilities is adequate. But if the process isn't documented, someone will try to derail the initiative by pulling you into the how rather than the what. In addition, having documented processes enables, even encourages everyone in the organization to get involved. It avoids creating an inner circle of those able to work on the white papers and those who can't. Next slide, please. Step 3, creating templates for each phase avoids duplication of effort and focuses the team on results. For ideation, use a spreadsheet with columns for idea name, lead person, revenue target, and progress tracking. For the white paper, use a 2-page format. I prefer a 2-column template with the following headings: executive summary, concept overview, customer benefits or mission impact, schedule, risk, and recommendations or conclusion. Keeping the white paper to 2 pages balances the effort and time required to write a formal white paper. Let me emphasize, don't skip writing the white paper, even if you never deliver it, as the exercise of writing is important to preparing for the customer discussion. For the briefing, use a format aligned to the customer's business practices. Creating the white paper should make the briefing easy to generate and prepare the team for addressing the questions the customer will have. The team is likely to brief a variety of customer stakeholders before the contracting officer requests a formal proposal with pricing information. The contract award will be based upon the proposal submitted. The process from ideation to contract award can take 2 to 4 months. As a result, the leader will need to find a way to celebrate small victories throughout the process and keep the team engaged. The good news is, as customers respond positively to one idea, they are likely to share other needs for the ideation phase. Next slide, please. Step 4, when kicking off this process, be sure to get everyone involved in the generation of ideas. For example, discuss at all hand meetings and report successes in newsletters. Appoint a lead to collect the ideas, enter them into the ideation spreadsheet. The idea tracker is a meaningful assignment for a high potential as it provides visibility across the organization while enabling the person to expand their knowledge of the business. Idea generation can be a mechanism to get every member of the team involved in meeting the company's strategic goals and allow people to be part of something bigger than their individual roles. Place an emphasis on ideas focused on meeting mission gaps and customer needs to avoid any negative association with selling. Frequently, the person who identified the need will follow the idea through each of the phases. However, some ideas are brought forward by team members who have no interest or ability to write or brief. The leader will need to balance pushing people to engage in the process and expanding their skills versus leveraging individual strengths to the benefit of the team. Regardless, a single person, rarely the leader, should be responsible for following a specific idea through the process to contract award. Holding regular weekly or bi-weekly check-ins with the team will relay the importance of the initiative, give people time to learn expectations, and create accountability to move ideas through the process to contract award. The emphasis of the meeting is to provide assistance with any issues delaying progress and reprioritize the list based upon new information learned and new ideas brought forward. Once the process is operating smoothly, the review of the ideas and progress can be incorporated into a regular staff meeting or report. Next slide, please. Step 5. Ideas will need to be prioritized to ensure the ones with the highest probability of contract award and the biggest impact to revenue are pursued first, ensuring broad representation in the concept lead role to allow several ideas to move through the process without burdening a single person. Customers can usually only assess one idea at a time. However, once an idea has customer approval and moves to the contracting officer for an award, then the next idea can be presented. Multiple white papers should be written simultaneously and placed on hold if completed before your customer is available to review. White papers and briefings can be given by any member of the team, junior or senior. Again, this is a great opportunity for professional development and visibility. Next slide, please. And finally, the key to successful implementation is getting a meaningful change order to contract award while the team is feeling positive about its accomplishment. Getting anything under contract can be a drawn-out process, so finding ways to keep the team engaged and positive is critical. Obviously, identifying a mission-critical need your customer has funding for is the best way to accelerate the process. Once the team experiences even a small victory, the positive effects on both the government and the business leads will lead to enthusiasm for the process. Next slide, please. You knew change orders needed to be an important part of your business's revenue and growth plan. Now you have the tools to implement a process that you can tailor to your business rhythm to achieve measurable results. As a reminder, here are the steps again. Create revenue targets and hold the team accountable, program managers and technical leaders. Establish and communicate a repeatable process. Generate easy-to-use templates, including the Ideation template spreadsheet, the white paper template, and customer briefings. Get every member of the program team involved, junior and senior staff members, program managers, technical leads, and individual contributors. Prioritize the ideas based upon revenue potential, both the probability of the customer awarding a contract and the size of the revenue to be generated, and celebrate small victories throughout the process. You're welcome to reach out to me for help implementing your change order process and training your team. This webinar is based upon an article published on LinkedIn in February 2018. If you'd like a PDF copy, please email me. Next slide, please. In addition, if you're planning on graduating from small business status, the Small to Large Transition Challenge Newport is conducting could be a good opportunity for you to create your company's tailored graduation strategy with me as the lead facilitator. Over the course of 6 months, 12 CEO guest speakers who have successfully navigated graduation share their lessons learned around specific topics that each graduation plan should include, such as your value proposition, growth via acquisition, if and when to establish a board, and maturing operations. CEO guest speakers include George Wilson from ECS Federal, Michelle Lee from STGI, Julian Setyen from Sochi, and 9 other government contracting giants. The program divides its time equally between the CEO guest speakers and workshops facilitated by Newport partners. By the end of the program, each company will have created their tailored graduation plan. We're taking inquiries into the next cohort now. You can go to newportprograms.com to learn more about the program and how to register. Next slide, please. Thank you for joining me today. Please reach out with any further questions. You can also check out the weekly videos I post on LinkedIn, which address different aspects of government contracting growth, navigating the small to large transition challenge, and surviving in the middle market. I look forward to speaking with you and hope to see you in the next cohort of the Small to Large Transition Challenge. Back to you, Mallory.
Thank you, Heather, for sharing your knowledge and insight today. Today's presentation has been recorded and can be found on our website or YouTube channel within about 48 hours. If you have questions about today's topic, please contact Heather at the phone number or email shown on your screen. Thank you, everybody. This concludes the webinar.